Hi there, a warm welcome to you. Thank you for joining the live chat session. Three main topics in today's live chat, as usual. Let me greet the participants, then we'll have a look at the main topics. Mesfin K, first viewer who commented today, says hello Sajid and all. Hello Mesfin, how are you? Dark Star says, greetings Sajid. What do you think of Amhara PP's silence on Miss Abre? Yeah, interesting point. By the way, Amhara regional government took almost a week to publish a statement about Adarkai. Uh, some Amhara news sources claim that in Adarkai people were killed, civilians were killed by Tigray fighters. Amhara government remained silent. It did not say a word. Just yesterday, Amhara regional government through Amhara communications issued a statement. It took the government a week. Why? Government was waiting for people to rise when they saw that people were uh, being organized in Mesabre, and if they don't speak, people will criticize the government. Then government issued a statement, I think. Nahom Architect says, good evening. How are you, Nahom Architect says, Hon said, who says, greeting Sajid Bhai from Ethiopia, Somali region. How are you, Hon? Mikhail joined, says hello. Eratia Post says, Aap kaise hain Shah Rukh Khan? I'm Sajid Eratin Post. Eratin Pearl of Red Sea says, do you agree with my analysis, Sajid? Abi is more threatened by TPLF compared to Fano. I don't agree. I don't agree. Abi is under which imminent threat? Which threat is more obvious, more serious threat? Fano, not TPLF, I think. Because TPLF wants reconstruction, rehabilitation, its people, its region, its industry, everything destroyed, people fleeing. Tigray, biggest challenge for Tigray government is how to stop youth from fleeing the region. Unemployment, insecurity, collapse of law and order, no employment, youths are fleeing. Tigray government is devising strategies to stop youth from leaving the region. TPLF cannot afford any new war. It won't launch a new war. It wants territories back, yes, but it is not planning a major war. Fano says it wants to reach Addis Ababa. It wants to capture Bahir Dar as well. So I believe Fano is more serious threat for Abiy than TPLF. In short term, I'm not talking about long term. I'm talking about short term. Afram Tisfai says, Salam. How are you, Afram? Chief of Hamasyan joined to. Mikhail is from the true north. What is this true north, by the way? Engeshom photo is watching from Uganda, from Yoweri Museveni's country, where he is, I think, grooming his son to be the next leader. Adam Ahmed Ibrahim joined, says hello. Adam Rogers joined too. Lilo says, Sajid, now what's your clear view about House Committee of Representatives visited the imprisoned member of the House? Yeah, I think they met with Christian Tadale. Alex T, did Somalia president made a bad decision not to talk to Ethiopia? Alex T, interesting question. Did Somalia's president make a bad decision? Should he have talked to Abiy? Well, I think he should have talked. Because maybe through talks they could have found a solution. The main problem for Somalia is that recognition of Somaliland is part of the MOU between Ethiopia and Somalia. This is red line for Somalia because if one country recognizes Somaliland as a country and that country is Ethiopia, it means that others will follow. Somalia will lost its case to Somaliland. It would be a big development. That is why Hassan Sheikh says no talks. But I believe that talks should be held. I think talks have been held, by the way, indirect talks, confirmed by Djibouti's foreign minister that one round of talks was held in Kenya. Next was being planned in Djibouti. It could not be held. So the two met, not on the leadership level, but talks have been held. More talks should be held, I believe. Maybe they can find a solution. I mean, boycott of talks won't lead to any solution. If Somalia continues boycott, it won't lead to any solution. Either Ethiopia will be scared or it will just implement the MOU. It won't lead to any solution. Erti Apollo of Red Sea says, I believe Abiy thinks Fano cannot reach Addis Ababa, only disturb. Yeah, maybe, but still, even if Fano takes control of Amhara, even that would be a big blow to Abiy. Taking control of Amhara means that they can be a threat to Addis as well. Michael is from Canada. Jahad Mahmood joined. Salam Sajid from Djibouti. Thank you, says fair and balanced news from you always. Thank you. You see viewers who are mentioning their location today: Djibouti, Canada, Uganda, Ethiopia. That is the beauty of my views and news, that people from across the world, from all ethnicities, from all Horn of Africa countries, they come here, they express their views, they exchange views. Sometimes they agree, sometimes they don't agree, but at least all are free to speak. We want the same type of platform at NewsAddis to be, newsaddis.com, the website, so that all viewers can exchange views there, write articles there. We will start live chats there so that every country is represented fairly and every point of view is given equal coverage there. Ethne says, hi Sajid, I am your long time fan. I like your balanced analysis. Thank you, Ethne. Hello, join. Hi, Mr. Sajid. How are you? I'm fine. Hello. Kidane Birhane, first member who joined today is Kidane Birhane. Darn is from Mercury. That is why you are so hot. Elim Gizao says, hello, sir. Second member who joined today is Elim Gizao. He says, what do you think Dogan will do about the MOU? $1 million question. But I think a little diverted I am because we could not start the main. But let me respond to Elim's question. I don't know what Erdogan is planning to do. What are under the table agreement between Somalia and Turkey. But I know one thing. Considering my reading of Turkish interventions in the past, I think I have been covering all Turkish interventions in the past few years, starting from Syria to Libya, to Azerbaijan-Armenia war, their issue with Greece, Cyprus, their intervention in Ethiopia. When I started covering Ethiopia, I got out of touch with Turkey. When Erdogan intervenes, firstly, he does not intervene for free. There are always interests. People say that Erdogan is the leader of Muslim world. He's a Muslim leader, and Where are Muslims in trouble, he would intervene. No, religion has nothing to do with Erdogan's interventions, military interventions. Mainly economic interests, geopolitical influence increase are the targets of Erdogan government. And when he intervenes in a big way. It does not believe in just issuing statements. So I think if Turkey decided to intervene in the Horn of Africa, Turkey would be a big obstacle to Ethiopia and Somalia. And I think Somalia is offering a lot to Turkey. Somalia is giving a share of its underwater resources to Turkey. If underwater resources are huge, why wouldn't Turkey send its naval assets and forces to this region? We'll have to wait to see, but that's what I can say. Three main topics was firstly, military spending. Ethiopia once again increased military spending. I covered military spending increased by Ethiopia in 2022 as well. In 2023 to again increase in military budget. Ahmad Shide presented the budget today. Secondly, National Day of Ethiopia, it seems now has been removed from the calendar. And thirdly, Faisal Ali Warabe, a Somaliland opposition politician, talked about the Ethiopia-Somaliland MOU. He talked about those people who are opposing this MOU. What did he say? More, I did not say that average income in Eritrea is $200-300 per month. I said maybe I wasn't sure, but whether the income is $200-300, but the price of package, monthly package, starting from $100 for an individual user at home is too much. It means that internet is accessible only to the elites in Eritrea. And then speed very slow. $100 per month, speed 512 kilobytes per second or 256 kilobytes per second. Yeah, Lilo did a video on that. I did a video on Getacheo's speech today. Did you watch it? I compared his statement and the movement of Tigray fighters into Raya and across Dak. Now its military budget of Ethiopia increased. Peace and Love joined too. Welcome, Peace and Love. Average salary in Eritrea is $30 to $40. Peace and Love is saying. So how can people afford internet? Basically, internet is not accessible. By the way, on the new website, News Addis, I am receiving some traffic from Eritrea, but only a few users. Why? Because there is no internet penetration, widespread penetration in Eritrea. But some Eritreans do read news and articles on newsaddis.com because I get complete details of the countries from where users are visiting the website. How much increase by Ethiopia on in military budget? Around 20%, more than 20% military spending increase in this budget. The new defense budget is around 65 billion birrs. It was around 50 billion birrs last year. And every year we are seeing increase in defense spending. And those who follow Ethiopian military spending details, they know that after this main budget, sometimes supplementary or additional budget is also released for military. Whenever there is a special intervention like like military operation in Amhara, military demands special additional budget. We're not talking about additional budget because I remember in 2022, Ethiopia gave additional budget to the military apart from the regular budget. So here too, the regular budget increased by around 25%, and you might see additional budget for military as well. What is the health budget for entire Ethiopia? Around 30 million people, how much is health budget? 34 billion dollars, almost half of the military budget. That is no new educational, higher education institution projects in coming year. It was announced by the Ministry of Finance a few days ago. So the priorities are clear by the government that government wants to spend on security. You'll see more recruitments. You'll see more purchase of weapons. You'll see more purchase of modern weapons. You'll see military mobilization. Just yesterday, we saw pictures showing hundreds of new recruits who joined their training course at a training center in Ethiopia. The security sector is the only sector which will be open for youths, which will create jobs for youths. And then we know that the government, Abiy is fond of building roads to expanding roads to, he wants to give a new shape to Addis Ababa as well. He's spending a lot on Addis Ababa. I wonder what people of far off areas of Ethiopia would be thinking when they visit Addis Ababa. And those people living here are living in a city which is like a modern city in a developed country. And those living in far off areas of a far Somali region, they don't have access to water, access to electricity, access to education, access to healthcare. This disparity must be bridged. Gaps must be bridged. Yes, where governments are based, they always spend more on those places, but the gap should not be too much. Now, DW Ethiopia said the USA also spends considerably more on military than education. You know where USA military is deployed? In how many countries? You know that? You know how many foreign military bases are there where US has deployed troops? And you know how much they export? We're talking about military spending, but about their arms exports. What does Ethiopia export? What does Ethiopia military export? That's not a fair comparison, I guess. Secondly, viewers, National Day, has it been removed from Ethiopian calendar of holidays? Because a new bill has been approved by the Ethiopian House of People's Representatives, and now the new bill has outlined the criteria for regions to announce holidays and to celebrate special days like Richa, like other important days. Seems that now May the 28th, which is May 20 in Ethiopian calendar, has been removed from Ethiopian calendar as the national day. This day is a controversial day. We saw that last month that entire international community congratulated Ethiopian government. Ethiopian government was silent. Why? Because the day remembers the removal of Turks. And since TPLF remained in power for around 2 decades, and it spearheaded the movement to remove Turks. So as long as TPLF remained in power, 20th of May, 28th of May was celebrated as a national day. Now, TPLF is no more in power in Addis Ababa. That is why this day is not Ethiopian National Day. Everything is controversial, by the way. Ethiopian National Day, controversial. Now, Tigrayan celebrate it, others won't. Ethiopian flag, controversial. Amhara region-based groups say that TPLF added uh, new things to the flag. Capital city, again controversial. Oromia says it's capital of Oromia. It's part of Oromia. Amhara others say it's federal capital. All regions own it. Language, another issue. People criticize that Amharic language is given more importance. Religion as well to some extent. So, whichever issue, topic, or personality of national level, especially if the past you talk about, you'll see conflicting views about that thing. Lastly, viewers, one proposal by DW Ethiopia says Ethiopians should have a day to remember Yekatit massacre by Italy. I think it's in February. In Addis Ababa in 1937, they butchered one-third of population in Addis. Yeah, I think they will agree on that national day now, uh, which involves Ethiopia versus some foreign power. That should be best, I think. It should be acceptable to all of Ethiopians, to all regions, to all ethnic groups. So they should find a day like the one you mentioned, and that should be celebrated in entire Ethiopia. Last about Somaliland, where Faisal Ali Warabe, the leader of an opposition party, spoke yesterday. Faisal is from UCID. UCID is second largest opposition party. Wadani is another opposition party of Abdirrahman. Abdirrahman and Faisal Warabe are two main opposition party leaders. In November, election is going to be held in Somaliland. Musabi Abdi contesting for another term. When it comes to MOU with Ethiopia, both government and opposition are united. They want the MOU to turn into agreement as soon as possible. My analysis is that if the MOU turns into an agreement, final agreement is signed before the start, before election, Musawi Abdi will be the beneficiary of this agreement. He will be re-elected maybe. But when it comes to the implementation of MOU, opposition is ready. It said that no matter what happens, it wants the implementation of the MOU as soon as possible. And opposition government say that recognition of Somaliland is what they have been struggling for years. But the first time they're seeing a real chance of recognition. Especially Rabe is very critical of Somalia, and he yesterday proposed that those in Somaliland who are opposing the MOU, they should be declared traitors. They should be declared traitors and enemies of Somaliland's national interests. So these words came from an opposition party leader. That is why I'm saying that Somaliland is fully committed, opposition, government, all. Ethiopia gradually working to implement the MOU. I believe that a visit of a senior Ethiopian delegation to Turkey a few weeks ago, led by a former president of Ethiopia and Taske Selassie. They met with Erdogan, and meeting of Amshade and Ridwan with Qatari Amir are linked to the MOU between Ethiopia and Somalia. Ethiopia seriously considering signing final agreement with Somaliland. Before that, it wants to keep Turkey away. Heterosexual man has written a comment. Why do you? Why did you choose this screen name, heterosexual man? I mean, do people doubt your sexual identity? Engelsom's salary was $38 a month when he worked at National Blood Bank of Eritrea. Campaign about what? I heard, by the way, that TPLF people are telling their diaspora asset that they should be active, that what TPLF has gained in Raya could be lost because Amhara people are being organized. Amhara media is being activated too. So we could see, yes, some such campaigns in support of Pretoria, in support of Tigray fighters' entry into Elamat, into Raya, into Western Zone. DW, who is ready to be interviewed on my channel? If you know anyone, get me connected. I'm ready to interview them. I got your answer. Heterosexual man. What is new in Salam? Then nothing. Engesong. Update you. Abdi Karim joined too. Hello, Sajidi said. Abdi Karim, the member to welcome Abdi Karim. Horn is asking about which country in East Africa has big military budget. I don't know. I'll have to compare, but let's compare the Horn of Africa countries. Obviously, Ethiopia has larger budget. Ethiopia, Somalia, Eritrea, Djibouti. Obviously, Ethiopia has much larger budget than all these countries. Sudan as well. Kenya, I think Ethiopian budget is larger than Kenyan budget as well. So the military is bigger military, I think, than Kenyan military. Then Somaliland, obviously not a country. I'm not sure about Uganda and Rwanda. Yeah, is Egypt in East Africa? Yeah, Egypt has large budget, but is it in East Africa? Yeah, it's in North Africa. Thank you for joining the live chat, viewers. I think we should end it. I'll be back tomorrow. Budget tabled at the House of Representatives today. We'll do videos about the budget too, so that we can understand what government's plans are for the next year and next few years. What did government achieve in the last 1 year or so? So that in coming videos. Thank you for watching. Thank you for becoming part of the live chat. I'll be back tomorrow. Stay blessed. Till tomorrow. Bye bye. Yeah, DW Ethiopia. I'll be going out for a vacation after going out for a few days after around 2 weeks from a country outside Pakistan, away from Pakistan. I'll be uh, talking to you hopefully in the next 2 weeks. Thank you for watching. Bye bye, viewers.